I come from the Navajo and Comanche tribes, and I'm really happy to be here tonight as your MC. What we'd like to do now is we'd like to invite up Greg Castro, who's a member of the Ramaytush Ohlone people, to offer our welcoming prayer and blessing. We're going to ask, if you're able to please rise.
Hershatuhi. Greetings to you, relatives. Thank you for having me here. My name is Greg Castro. I'm the culture director for the Association of Ramaytush Ohlone, and I welcome you to our ancient homeland here in Yelamu, what other people now call San Francisco. On behalf of our chair, Jonathan Cordero, I'd like to thank you for having us here today to begin this ceremony in a good way. Part of the tragic story of the Ramaytush people here is that much of our culture was taken from us forcibly. We only have a little bit of our language left, and a lot of our ceremonies and songs and stories were taken from us. So with permission with my elder Ohlone relatives, my cousins from Monterey County, I offer a song from them, and this is a good luck song, and I think that's a good way to start off today's event. Toa toa hiye, hayeli ama, 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 Yaha. Our people were made from this place, and we've never forgotten our obligation to take care of this place and the people on it. And thank you for allowing us to continue that today. Yahap.
Thank you, Greg. From what I understand, up here in Northern California, when someone offers a beautiful blessing or a song, we say, "Oh!" There we go, San Francisco. At this point in time, we're going to bring in our Eagle staff as well as our powwow dancers. We'll be going on over to the All Nations Drum Group. Tonight we have both the All Nations Drum Group and So X Style Northern and Southern drums here in our Bay Area community. So we're going to go over to All Nations, please, at this time to bring in our flags and our dancers. Again, if you're able to, folks, please rise as we enter our Eagle staff. As our dancers make their way in, they're being led by our Eagle staff, our first flags, this beautiful land we call Turtle Island. followed by the United States flag, California state flag, POW flag, the flag of the Great Muskogee Nation. Following our flags in, we have our California Indian dancers, being followed by our traditional powwow dancers, our jingle dress dancers, our grass dancers, and at this time, we'll be going over to SOEC style to render an appropriate flag and victory song. As we post these colors, we post our eagle staff. Again, these songs and that eagle staff, they predate the Stars and Stripes. They predate the United States of America. They predate the city of San Francisco. As we honor our rich heritage right here in our traditional homelands. And now our victory song. As we stand and dance victorious, no matter all the different systemic ways in which our culture was attempted to be erased, today we stand before you testifying the power and the resiliency of our traditional peoples and teachings to steward this land and to love where we come from. Which dancers exit stage left? Flag carriers, please post the flags. One more time, go ahead and be seated. Let's give it up for all of our powwow dancers, our flag carriers. Let's give them a big round of applause, and again, another big oh. It's my great honor and privilege at this time to bring up the Executive Director of the American Indian Cultural Center, Miss April McGill. It's been a pleasure organizing with her, planning with her, watching the work that she does here in the city, always making sure that our American Indian voices are heard, that there's someone at the table, and oftentimes there wasn't a seat for her, so she'd bring her own seat. And now to see the things that she's been able to accomplish, along with the distinguished community members who will be honored tonight, at this time, we'd like to call April up to the podium.
Oh, yeah, Hello, good evening, everybody. It's such a beautiful evening, and I'm so happy to see all of you here. I just wanted to say thank you to Manny and to All Nations Drum and to our Southern Express Drum for being here this evening. Can we get an applause for all of them? This is a really exciting time because I was reflecting on this event, and this is actually the 18th annual American Indian Heritage Month celebration. And it's such an honor because we started this event under our matriarch, which was Helen Wakazu. And Helen had this passion, as a lot of us know, about really just providing so much culture and traditions to our community and making sure that the American Indian community had a voice. And so it's such a privilege for American Indian Cultural Center and an honor for me to be able to take on that responsibility as the Executive Director of the American Indian Cultural Center and continue this legacy of the American Indian event here at City Hall. So I just want to say thank you to the community for being here. You know, this work is a lot of work. And I couldn't do it without our community and all of our organizations that have supported us. And it's great to see the Arts Commission here, Valley Brown, and our police, our chief of police here. And so I'm just going to keep this short and sweet and say thank you to everyone. And I'm just looking forward to us celebrating. I'm looking forward to our reception after and and just honoring our honorees that are here today. So thank you. So with that, I would like to introduce the Honorable Mayor London Breed to come up.
Thank you. Good evening. It is so great to be with you, April, tonight to celebrate the American Indian community in San Francisco. And thank you, Manny, so much for bringing it into perspective and providing really the opening and bringing in the right spirit to really celebrate this dynamic and resilient community. I want to take us back to a time I remember many, many years ago, April. The American Indian Cultural Center worked hand in hand with the African American Art and Culture Complex, and we experienced a lot of challenges to get the city to provide sufficient resources to our institutions. It was constantly, and I see Deborah Walker, who's one of our police commissioners, but an extraordinary artist. It was a constant battle walking these halls just for a little bit of resources to do the work that we're doing. And I remember the American Indian Cultural Center had some challenges, and this community came together. I want to express my appreciation to you for holding this organization together and for elevating the organization and working with the broader community to make sure that this community and the work that is done by the American Indian Health Center and by Friendship House and by the American Indian Cultural District, along with the Cultural Center, the work that you two together has tremendous impacts on the community as a whole. It's, of course, fitting tonight that we celebrate and honor the matriarchs of this community, and that we elevate their voices and the work that they continue to do to pass on the history and the culture to the next generation. And more importantly, bringing the community together for this extraordinary celebration in City Hall. It is so much more meaningful. We know as a city there's work to do, and we've come a long way from walking down those halls and fighting for resources, and it's why I'm so proud to work with this community, and we were able to provide additional resources in the budget that have had real impacts with a number of disparities in the community centered around education, around health, and so many others that the community communicated to my office and others the needs. And that's what it has to be about. Understanding and respecting community, listening to community, and not telling community what they need, but listening to hear what community wants and how we as elected leaders can provide the support and resources and work as partners in delivering that. And that's why tonight is so special, because every single year we get better and better and closer to making the sufficient investments to serve and uplift this community in a way that San Francisco should. It's not just about the population and the numbers, because we know that this community is a mighty force. It's really about addressing the disparities and making sure that this community is an important, critical part of the fabric of what makes San Francisco so special. And I just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge some of the leaders here, and many of you know Valley Brown, the Director of Grants for the Arts, who has been an important part of elevating the funding for this community around the arts programming, and so I'm grateful for that, along with the Director of the Arts Commission, Ralph Remington, our Sheriff, Paul Miyamoto, our Fire Chief, Janine Nicholson, and our Police Chief, Bill Scott. What's so special about having our elected leaders and our leaders of departments and our commissioners here at this event is they are standing with this community to show support and solidarity for the work that you all have done and will continue to do. Because I know without a doubt that we're stronger when we work together. And I want to take this opportunity to just recognize, I know that there are a number of honorees, but I want to take this opportunity to provide a special recognition to the American Indian Health Center and the work that we know that they've done for over 50 years. When you look at a community, the health, the spiritual health, the physical health, the well-being is so critical to really the success of a community. And this center realized the importance of that over 50 years ago. They came together, and the fact that it is still here today is a testament to the resilience of this community. When we needed them most during so many challenging times, the AIDS pandemic, the COVID pandemic, all of the things that our city has struggled with around health and wellness, this organization provided culturally competent support to the American Indian community of San Francisco. And it made people want to get the help and the support they needed. It makes such a difference when the people that are serving you are people that you can trust, are part of your community, and understand your culture. So I want to ask Michelle Shinago to come up and accept on behalf of the City and County of San Francisco. Today, we're going to honor the American Indian Health Center by declaring today officially American Indian Health Center Day in the City and County of San Francisco. Oh, not right now. Okay, I almost messed up the program. Forgive me. But with that, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you to all the matriarchs of the community. Thank you for those who are not just joining us who live and work in San Francisco, but from those of you who've come far and wide to really uplift the American Indian community in San Francisco. We're honored for your presence, and we look forward to a wonderful celebration. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I'd like to call April McGill back up, and we're going to honor some more distinguished individuals. Beautiful to see and to hear the proclamation today regarding the Native American Health Center. Awesome work.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Mayor Breed. Appreciate all the beautiful words and encouragement for the American Indian community, and really appreciate your support. So one of our honorees that we're going to honor tonight is Betty Trujillo. I'm going to read Betty's bio, but really I just want to talk about Betty because Betty is amazing, community member. She's enrolled member of the Navajo Nation. She moved to the Bay Area in 1993, and she made San Francisco her home. Betty is a cultural bearer. And she's a jokester. She should really be a part-time comedian. But Betty is always there for the community. She will volunteer anytime she's needed. She's also that grandma and auntie that keeps things kind of in order, you know, with the kids and the people. And so I always know, like, if I need somebody, I go to Betty. She's my go-to all the time. But Betty earned an AA degree from Laney College, and she has worked as a strong advocate for the San Francisco Unified School District. She has served on the chair for the Parent Advisory Committee for Indian Ed and Blanket Weavers, and she's also an official volunteer with Native American Health Center. And she's volunteered at several community events, and she's also an artist, an amazing artist. So there's just so many things that I could keep going on about Betty, but it is really an honor to be up here and be able to honor you, Betty, because this is so deserved for you, and so we just really appreciate that. And we'd actually like to ask the mayor to come back up. So the next honoree is Chris, our Urban Res Life Longoria. Again, so many things that I want to share about Chris. Chris was born and raised here in San Francisco. She's a San Francisco girl. She has come out here during, her family came out here during relocation. And she's an enrolled member of, She's Arapaho and Cheyenne. And she has her daughter that's here and her son-in-law that are here to support her. Chris's family history in San Francisco is very close and special to her heart as it has shaped her and her journey. Her grandmother, Irene Cruz, arrived in San Francisco in the 1950s due to relocation and also known as Public Law 959. Chris's family originates from Binger, Oklahoma. Her grandmother, Irene Cruz, hit her shiny black shoes on the ground running and went on to be the first Native American appointed on the Human Rights Commission for the city and county of San Francisco. 40 years ago. And that's where you see Chris's strong spirit. And she's been a young activist. Since she was a young girl, she's always had that activist spirit. And as a child, her mother, Sage Road Traveler, and her Thea, Diana, took her and her siblings to Alcatraz. They participated on and off the island during 19 months of the occupation. So that's amazing, Chris. And after her young fight on Alcatraz, her family supported and participated in the Black Panthers. They went on to march with the farm workers, and all of that in solidarity with our people. So Chris would stand her little head high in the picket lines and various grocery stores with her family to boycott grapes and lettuce, all while learning about the Sandinistas, thanks to Roberta Vargas. Chris has volunteered with Intertribal Friendship House for 25 years. She's been involved with The Longest Walk, Leonard Peltier activism, American Indian Movement, Standing Rock. She's a frontline person, and it's an honor to be able to give her this award. And so, Chris, I just want to say thank you for all of your knowledge and for always sharing with us in the community that history of the occupation, and that just shares with why we are here today. So thank you so much. I'm going to get a picture of all of you guys.
Okay. Do you want us to move down?
Yeah, let's come down. Come on.
My sweet.
Manny, can you?
And then at this time, we're going to go over to the All Nation Singers for an appropriate honor song for Betty Trujillo, Chris Longoria, and Michelle Shanago representing the Native American Health Center. All Nations, when you're ready, honor song, please. Everybody, please rise if you're able to as we acknowledge these three individuals for their long-standing work in our community, the intention they put to every detail, the struggles that they fought on behalf of people they've never met. We say thank you. Ahead. Hutcha. Again, San Francisco, let's hear it for Chris Longoria, Michelle Shanago representing the Native American Health Center, and Betty Trujillo. At this time, we're going to ask each of you to come on up and go ahead and deliver your prepared speech. No, just kidding. But no, if you want to address the crowd at this time, now it's the time to do so. So we'll go in order. If we could have Chris go first.
What an honor. I feel my grandma right now. Walking these floors, going to a Human Rights Commission meeting. She was appointed, but she did it because she wrote those letters. So I have to give her gratitude. I wear her necklace today in her honor. I want to thank my daughter, who has helped me so much these last 3 years fighting this illness and always being there and getting me to the events. We have so many stories of being Indian, American Indian. I grew up saying, red woman, I call myself. With so many stories of our people that came here that weren't originally from this territory, that were brought here from relocation. My family happened to be one of them. I am the first generation San Franciscan due to relocation. The first in my family that was born in San Francisco, and I am highly honored to hold that position in my family for my siblings and my other relatives. Alcatraz shaped my entire life as a child. My childhood was not like everybody else's childhood. When we went to the park, we were going to picket at Dolores Park or Golden Gate Park. But there's just so many stories from all kinds of families that are like mine, that we're not the leaders, we're the warriors, we're the street soldiers that go out there and fight for our people behind the lines. And that's what I learned from a very young age, is that's what my family did. And I continue to do it to this day, making coffee, making turkeys, whatever I have to do to make my urban res a better place. I want to thank you guys and the community and April and Manny and just everybody. I really appreciate it, and I hope I can one day sit with the mayor and tell her some of these stories so that somehow we can start documenting all these stories like my family and your families that came here, that were relocated, and how we plant our seeds here in San Francisco, and that we are still here. And as I close, I just have one thing to say. You and we, me and we live on stolen land.
And now we'll have Michelle Shanago.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you so much for having me here today. April in the Cultural Center, thank you so much for the nomination. It's a true honor. My name is Michelle Shanago. I'm Shawnee, Kickapoo, Sac and Fox, and Muskogee Creek. My family too came here through the relocation program. I'm the second generation urban Indian in the Bay Area. And I currently I have the pleasure of residing as the Chief People Officer at the Native American Health Center, and I've had the pleasure of working there for 14 years. The Native American Health Center is very near and dear to my heart. I'm going to share something a little personal about myself. So, growing up like many others, I was a part of the foster care system and reunited with my family a little bit later in life. And when I ended up getting a job at the health center, they welcomed me back to the community, and they helped me reconnect with who I am and where I come from. So the health center does a lot more than just provide medical, dental, behavioral health, and social services. It's a community, and it's a hub for our people. The Native American Health Center was founded 50 years ago right here in San Francisco in the Mission District. We started out with 5 employees, and 50 years later, we have 300 employees, and we're about $40 million in revenue. We provide services across 3 different counties, Alameda, San Francisco, and Contra Costa County, serving over 14,000 members, and we see roughly 70,000 people per year. So it's a true honor to be here in the presence of people like Chris and Betty and April, and seeing the impact that you've had on the community. It inspires me as a younger leader to continue that work. So I want to thank you both. And yes, it's a true honor, so thank you.
What's up? Yat Bet anin shlona kaidna basis ching hanagani dasu che kia ani dasanale hota sanjle. I don't know how to translate that in English, folks. All I am is Navajo. I just want to thank, first of all, my parents giving birth to me, my aunts and uncle that raised me, and my siblings. And coming here, Bay Area, waking up here, actually, really, that's what happened. Anyhow, I am grateful, and thank you for your support and continuing support. And I guess that means I gotta go around dancing, huh? Can't go to 49, it's too orange, everybody gonna see me. Thank you. Thank you, son.
So one more round of applause for our distinguished individuals and their accomplishments and impact here in the beautiful city of San Francisco. At this time, we have our California Indian dancers, the Yuki Resistance, who I'm going to invite to take the floor at this time. If your singers want to come up to the podium, and dancers will be dancing in here.
What a great honor, what a great celebration. Because of who we are and because of our matriarchs, our ancestors, we're still here. And we learn their path, we learn to be strong as Native people, Indian people, Indigenous people, and to be able to relate and connect as family, because that's who we are. No matter what district, no matter what state, no matter what part of the world we come from, we're all connected. We're all connected. We have that same spirit. To take care of one another, to watch out for another. Wow, amazing. You women are amazing. Thank you for your services, because you know what? There's that one time that you probably provided your services to my own people from up north. And I appreciate that and honor that. What a great honor it is to be able to share songs, dances, you know. I'm feeling really good, you know. We came from Sacramento yesterday, and you know, I'm Yuki, I'm from Round Valley, and I'm one of those Yuki resistance that was fighting against the Hastings College because of their history of the massacre of my ancestors. I'm like feeling it, you know, like this is our first victory. But when Assemblyman Ramos got up and he said, he goes, did you guys know that you opened the door for all the California Native people to open that door to recognize and hear our voices after centuries and centuries and years of our cries? We opened that door for everyone. I'm proud to stand here and sing songs and to say prayers, to celebrate. That's what it's all about. So we're gonna sing a couple songs. We're not time frame, so just amazing words everybody had to say. So let's start it up.
Hey ha ke na ho ho hey ha ke na
My name's Pat Lincoln. I'm from Round Valley Reservation up north of here, and you know, it's about time to start ornaments. It's been like 18 years, you know, but years and years. And I know they finally, in 1978, they finally recognized that we actually have a religion. Well, when it was on the longest walk, that happened, and that was some good news. But what I want to say is that, you know, like our people, you know, we're still living our lives, and we're still trying to maintain our land, you know, hunting and fishing like our people always have done, and trying to take care of our families. And, you know, through one pandemic after another, or what do you call it? Bad news. We're still trying to, you know, struggle and take care of our families and carry on. So, you know, one of the worst ones was the invasion of our lands, but hey, we're still here, and we're still trying to work with the people, you know. So this is nice. This is good right here. Oh.
One more song?
Girls?
Yeah.
All right, come on, girls. Here we go.
Hey, oh, Hannah, 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 hey, oh, Hannah. Hey, oh, Hannah, 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 hey, oh, Hannah. Send him home? Send him home? Okay. Mommy, mama, hey, 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 mommy, mama, hey, 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 mommy, mama, hey, hey,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all of the official people here that showed up tonight to share this night with us in this celebration. We'll continue to pray for you. The Creator watch over you, show you your path, and take care of the people in this community. Thank you.
Oh, for Bill Wapapa.
One more time, folks. Big O for the Yuki Resistance. All right, at this part of our schedule, we have several of our different style of powwow dancers who are gonna come out and exhibit their style. We're gonna start with our traditional dancers, both in the male and female categories, Northern and Southern. We're gonna go over to So X Style for this first song, So X Style. Please, 2 starts, please, for our traditional dancers. Come on out, traditional dancers. Come on out, take the floor, and then we'll start the song. You can come all the way out, all you traditional dancers, yeah. Hoka, Soek style, when you're ready. We have our men's northern traditional dancers as well as our women's category northern and southern style dancers. We have some powwow royalty from our Two-Spirit community. Hutcha! All right, let's give a big round of applause and a big O for our traditional powwow dancers. Both men and women styles of the northern and southern plains. Thank you all. Next, we're going to ask all of our jingle dress dancers and our grass dancers to come on out. We'll be exhibiting their style. The jingle dress dancers have the metal cones on their dresses, and our grass dancers are our young men who would prepare our grass dance area, our areas of dwelling, of ceremony. So at this time, we're going to go on over to All Nation Singers for an appropriate song for our dancers to share with you their unique powwow style, jingle dress and grass dance styles. Hoka, All Nation Singers, take it away. All right, San Francisco, let's put our hands together for our grass and jingle dress dancers. Next, we have our fancy dance categories. So all of our young men and young women, come on out. Fancy dancers, this is your time to shine. We're gonna go on over to So X Style and ask them for a fast and furious dance for all of our fancy dancers. We have our men's fancy bustle and our women's fancy shawl. Give yourself space, everybody down there, and dance and have fun. So X Style, when you're ready, take it away. Hoka! right, let's hear it for our fancy dancers. Exit this side. Good job, fancy dancers. That floor is pretty slick, so it's good we didn't have anybody go down. If you like what you saw, please come out to the Golden State Warriors game this Friday. We'll be dancing at the halftime performance against the New York Knicks for Native American Heritage Month. Our Native American Heritage Night with the Golden State Warriors started it with a D-League game and only selling about 250 tickets. To 4 years later, or our fourth opportunity to do so, we're now over 1,500 tickets sold in our Native American community. So big props to all the organizing and the committees being able to put forth that effort to really make sure that our giant community is represented at a large platform. At this point in time, it's a great honor to call up my good friend and sister, Aurora Mamea. And Aurora is going to be concluding our program with a song in the form of a prayer song or a song of intention. Yeah, a song. Well, it says on here, it says prayer song. So, well, I've been taught that when your voice vibrates and it travels through the air, and so all those words are powerful. The vibration in those songs, they don't have they don't discriminate, right? Like if they make you feel good, they make you feel good. And they're not like, oh, I'm just gonna make the Indians feel good with these songs. Just like the drums, they don't discriminate. Everybody's gonna feel that energy the same way. So without further ado, I want to introduce Aurora Mamea.
Okay, wait, hang on. Hey. Just for the fun of it. That was a strong women's song for women in recovery. And that was shared with me by my auntie mom, Gail Bearchild from the Blackfeet Reservation. And then the other part, I just want to add on a little.
Thank you, Aurora. Big round of applause, another big O for Aurora Mamea, who also happens to be part of that Native American Health Center community and doing great work both here in San Francisco as well as in the East Bay. That concludes our program, everybody, at least this portion of the program. Now it's time to move on to the reception hall for beverages and some snacks. Hold on. We have a special guest, Tiny Rosales, who would like to make a quick comment.
Hi, thank you everyone for being here today. I just wanted to say thank you to April McGill and the American Indian Cultural Center for calling all the dancers every year and taking good care of us. Thank you for everything that you do for the community. Miigwech.
And now that concludes our program. So if you would all like to head over to the reception area in the light courtyard to hear music performance by Jacob Shije. It's going to be a good show. We want to thank All Nation Singers. We want to thank SoX Style for coming out and providing our powwow songs for all of our dancers. Thank the Yuki Resistance for coming out and sharing Northern California Indian dance and culture. Again, make your way on over to the reception area at this time.